Those who are here committing crimes, robberies, shooting at police officers, and innocent people, have been a harm to our country. I want to sit down and hear the plan on how we're going to address them. Those are the people I am talking about, and I would love to sit down with the Board of Czar and hear his thoughts on how we're going to address those who are harming our citizens.
Why can't more Democrats be like John Fetterman and Mayor Eric Adams? All we're asking is to deport criminals to start with. This shouldn't be so hard. This is not something that people should be so emotionally invested into, allowing criminals to stay in America. Welcome back to Reeves Rants. Let's take a look at this border debate for real.
If you're here illegally and you're committing crimes and those things, I don't know why anybody thinks that it's controversial that they all need to go.
I want you to all go back and Google Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama. Google what they said about those who commit crimes in our city and what they said in our country.
The bill before us will certainly do some good. It will authorize some badly needed funding for better fences and better security along our borders.
Mexican government's policies are pushing migration north. There isn't any sensible approach except to do what we need to do.
Presidente Claudia Sheinbaum has some shit to say about that. Mexico is launching an app to help migrants detained in the U.S.
So back when Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton were talking about it, they were basically Trumpers. And now it's totally racist to say anything like what they said. And the Mexican president is helping illegal immigrants, stay in America? What do you need an app for to help illegal immigrants in America? They're going to be deported and should be deported. I don't understand how anybody would think that the Mexican president isn't anti-American at this point. She's doing everything she can to aid and abet in illegal immigrants coming to America. They're doing absolutely nothing to stop the caravans coming through America after she told Donald Trump that she was going to do so. Since her and Donald Trump's conversation after he was elected president back in November, she's changed her tune on everything, trying to appease her audience and pretend as though she cares about these people one way or another, when the real reality is she's helping to destroy America.
And if you come into this country, in this city, and think you're going to harm innocent New Yorkers and innocent migrants and asylum seekers, this is not the mayor you want to be in the city under.
This is exactly the narrowly focused on otherwise criminal behavior sort of approach that I think does have merit, would address a lot of the public's concern with crime being committed by illegal immigrants.
And that's one of the biggest reasons why Donald Trump was reelected, is because we could see over the last 4 years that the Democrat Party has no intention on enforcing the laws at the border. So why do Democrats stand in opposition to deporting criminals? This is the part I don't quite grasp onto, is that we're not asking for this mass deportation to start. We're just saying we want to deport criminals. The Mayor Eric Adams is, John Fetterman is, most reasonable Democrats are. But we have these extremist leftist Democrats who are saying to just let the borders be wide open and then pretending as though they want to enforce the laws at the same time. But then as soon as somebody tries to enforce the laws, they scream racist, bigot, homophobe, whatever they can scream at that person to try to cancel them or to try to villainize them for enforcing the laws in America.
And now they also commit an additional crime of, I don't care if it's shoplifting, if it's a crime, and then they're going to be free, that's what really annoys people. And so addressing that seems like good politics and good policy to me.
Damn right it does, because if they weren't here, they wouldn't have been able to commit the crime. One thing begets another thing. So the victims of illegal immigrants committing crimes in America shouldn't be victims. if it wasn't for Democrats forcing the border open, forcing this game we constantly keep playing at the border, when all we need to do is build a wall and force people to come in legally. This isn't that hard to do, but the Democrats keep playing this game with the border on purpose, because we all know that on the backside they want votes, and they're willing to give up American lives to pay for those votes.
But also, it does just go to a basic issue of fairness or justice. Despite being an immigrant myself, I have very limited patience for some of the most left-wing arguments that are made on immigration, which often, it seems to me, holds that enforcing the immigration laws would be inconvenient for illegal immigrants and therefore shouldn't be done. And I don't see how you can fairly make that argument.
No one should be able to fairly make that argument, but somehow Democrats do. I mean, I don't understand what laws in America Democrats really want to enforce, because as he said, this is really just about illegal immigrants being inconvenienced by being deported for breaking laws. If you didn't break laws, you wouldn't be the #1 targets for deportation. And if you wouldn't have illegally come here to begin with, you wouldn't have been here to commit crimes that we need to deport you for. I mean, it's very simple. Just stop breaking laws and you won't get deported or go to jail.
You can only imagine, the family's agony in a case like this, where someone violates immigration law and then commits an additional crime of shoplifting, and then is still out there, still free, and then commits rape and murder. And they can't help but ask, well, if there had been enforcement of the immigration law or of the additional criminal law, this would not have happened. And so you can't escape feeling their agony over that being the case, and other families being in that situation.
That's why so many of us can't understand how supporters of illegal immigration and open borders can support criminals who are illegally in America over their own fellow Americans, who are the victims now of their support of illegal immigration. This isn't just, us trying to round up everybody here and just send everybody back. I mean, we're trying to get started with criminals to start with. And we have opposition from anti-Americans. It's the only word for it, is anti-Americans, because for you to support illegal immigrant criminals over your own fellow Americans says that you don't love America. It says that you love illegal immigrant criminals more than fellow Americans. But of course, that's what we see from the Democrat Party. If we really open our eyes and recognize the fact that the Democrat Party has become the anti-American party, all the values that America was built upon and made us so amazing and great, they've done their very best to destroy. Because at its core, the Democrat Party never wanted to be independent from Europe. They never wanted America to be a place. They never wanted America to have the freedoms that we have. That's why America has had 2 wars fought on American soil, and both of them were fought against the Democrat Party, who was trying to enforce their will upon us. The Revolutionary War was fought to free America from Europe, and the Democrat Party opposed that. And the Civil War was to free the slaves, and the Democrat Party opposed that. So when we see people who support anti-American beliefs, we should call it what it is: anti-American. And people who support illegal immigration or open borders are anti-American, or naive at best. If you're still with me, consider hitting that like and subscribe button, commenting or sharing. Thanks for watching.
We need border enforcement, and we need to enforce the immigration laws against people who are committing violent crimes against citizens.